So when I was 16, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a type of blood cancer. It became noticeable visibly. One of my lymph nodes swelled up in my neck and it looked horrible, so I went to the doctor straight away and they were like, you need a biopsy, etc. So after various tests, I was going to have chemotherapy tablets, but eventually I just had an operation, and the doctor actually came off his honeymoon to do mine and one other kid's operation, because he thought he could get it all out without the need of chemotherapy, and he was right. And then I went into remission straight after for 7 years, and yeah, cancer-free since then. I was calm through the whole thing. I didn't do much crying or like anything like that, but the biggest effect isn't the effect it has on me, it's the people around me in like my immediate family circle. Because when my mum and dad found out about the diagnosis, they had cancer and they just started crying, and it's more mental for me, long term rather than physical. Because I know with chemotherapy you can have a lot of physical issues, but because I just had an operation, it was mainly mental issues like anxiety and stuff like that for me in the long term. I was obviously doing my GCSEs at the time, and I remember coming back to school, and the problem is, because the lymph node was in my neck here and I had a huge red line going here, which was where I had the surgery, and a lot of people would just stare at me, and for a while it made me a bit uncomfortable, but because it was so raw and so visible, I couldn't obviously be mad at people for being like, whoa, what's happened? It's been hard, but there's people that have helped me around it. When I heard about Youth Cancer Trust first, I was actually getting my follow-up ultrasound after my operation. It was when I came back and I was sat in the ward and they had like a leaflet on the corkboard. So I picked up the leaflet and I was actually talking to someone that had been before. So I was like, oh, that sounds amazing, you know, and I went onto the website and filled out an application and went down. I took my sister down. I've got a twin sister that I took down for the first time with me, and we both had a great time. Because it was quite fresh after my surgery, and it was such a long way from Leeds to Bournemouth, there was a lot of anxiety in terms of the travel because it was all by train, obviously meeting new people straight after, but when I got here I quickly realised that it was very comfortable being with people that had been through a very similar sort of situation. And it's basically sort of like a week, Monday to Friday, to get away, to relax, to sort of take your mind off past or current events, and to also meet people that have gone through similar situations that may be able to help you, or you might be able to help them, vice versa. Yeah, it's sort of like an escape to help people get away for a bit. A lot of people, when you speak about cancer, it's a huge thing and it's not an easy topic. But when you're around people that have gone through it, it's almost like a normal topic. It's quite comfortable. I was surprised at how easy it was to talk about with people that had gone through it. I remember the first year, which this is something I'll never forget, we were all sat in like a circle and we were all talking about our diagnosis and the treatment we'd had and etc., like how we were diagnosed, what the issues were. And it was just really nice. It was almost as if you were talking with your friends about a hobby. It was that sort of vibe to the conversation. So everyone sort of knows that everyone's in a very similar boat anyway. And it's very quick to make friends here. Like every year I've made a new friend that I've been multiple most of the time. So, and I'll stay in contact over social media, which is really nice as well. One of the good things is before you come here, the staff will contact you. They'll give you phone numbers, email addresses, various contacts on if you've got any issues or queries about the holiday. So it's all very transparent. It's not something you'll go into thinking, oh, I don't know about this, or I'm not sure about this. It's a good place to come. We've done various activities while I've been down. So we've done water sports before. So water skiing, which I'm not good at all, I've learned. We've done go-karting, that's really fun. Archery, football, golf, bowling and laser tag. So it's a week of activities, but there's also a lot of time in there to relax. You're not constantly going out every day, busy running around, and these are all optional as well. You don't have to take part if you don't want to. But I feel like a lot of it's a nice bonding experience for the people you're with, because I feel like when you do these activities, it opens people up out of the shells a lot more as well. Even in the house that we stay in, there's stuff like arts and crafts. There's a games room here which has a pool table or a football table, or even just sofas with board games. It's very relaxed. There's a lot of accessibility for people with like mobility scooters and wheelchairs. There's no issues getting around for people that do need them. But just the actual place where we stay, there's 3 separate buildings that all have bedrooms in. Each place has like a living area, so you don't all have to be in the same living area if you don't want. There's quiet spaces you can go to if you need to, or huge rooms where you can all sit together if you want to and socialise. There's a swimming pool for people that want to swim, which is heated as well, which is always nice. Yeah, it's such a wide open space. It's really nice. One of the first things that surprised me when we came down was that there was chickens running everywhere. Being born in a city, for me personally, I never see that. But yeah, there's cows, horses, sheep, all within a stone throw of where we're staying. So it really does feel like a farm, yeah. But it's lovely. I've been coming to Youth Cancer Trust now for I think 7 or 8 years approximately. I'm going to keep coming as long as they let me. I'll try and push the boat out for as long as possible. Coming here, like I said, I've already made a couple of lifelong friends that I speak to. These are people that I can reach out to that have also gone through similar stuff to me. So if I ever feel like I need to speak about that with someone, I do have that support network there, which I didn't have before. You obviously have your family and your friends when you're going through it at the time, but it's different when you speak to people that have been there and been in effectively the trenches as well, the same sort of trenches as you. So it's almost like an extra support work, like an extra sort of mini family, especially when you've been coming as long as I have.